am I viewing? Okay, live on Twitch. Am I on YouTube? I see an excellent over there. Majma! Hi everyone! How is everyone doing today? It has been a pretty chill Sunday for me. I may have stayed in bed a little bit too long. Though I was being productive. I was working on shorts. I just kind of forgot that I needed to set up for stream, so I was pretty rushed. I actually got to my desk like 20 minutes before stream. So little bit tight, but I got it in. I got it done, and I found a new adorable little set of creatures for everyone to be this time. And hi, Sparkle! I'm glad to hear you're doing good. But yeah, we're going to be continuing on with the pastry shop build that we've been working on in this little cabin in the woods. Well, do we want to call it a cabin? It's like a storybook place. Oh, you want to join the scrap mechanics stream but look complete? Yeah, that happens. That happens. It's one of those silly things with time zones. Though that stream also ended early because internet went out. I'm hoping it doesn't do that again because I don't know what the cause of that was. But it was like down for the entire apartment, not just my computer. So it's not a computer issue, at least. It was probably just internet provider having struggles. But yeah, let's go ahead and swap so that we can actually continue on. And you're a veteran scrap mechanic player? Yeah, you probably would have been laughing at us then. We were hoping to get potato guns, and we're very far off of it. But we got a new farm started over by the trader, so that's good. There we go. Swap over. So yeah, we did all of this last time, and it is very, very cozy. I love it. And then we also have the kitchen done. So next, I think we need to work on this bathroom, probably? Or we have the entire upstairs left to do. It's been so long since I've actually had the music on in this game. I usually play my own music. But it's so nice that, like, when I realized that it actually had music, because it starts on when the frickin' settings are default. It's actually nice, so we're gonna go with it today. But yeah, so I think... Let's figure out what we want for the floor. We probably want that same tile as we have in the kitchen. That's probably a good way of doing it. So if we pull this out and swap to duplicate? No, copy style. There we go. Now we can copy the surface finish and start filling in this floor. If it'll let me get through the doorway. I've kind of blocked myself a bit. There we go. Though, since this is so far the only bathroom, do we want this to have... Like, do we want this to just be the bathroom for downstairs and make a second one upstairs? Or do we want this to be the proper only bathroom and guests are just going to have to deal with there being, like, a tub and stuff in there? Because I don't know if there's really much place to put one up here. I suppose we could in this corner, if we lay it out correctly. We just have to really finagle it. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, though. Because trying to get this to match up is gonna be rough. Hi, Drab, how are you? It would be easier to just do it as that is only bathroom. I'm not sure, though. We could try and plot out the frickin' thing up here. Though, hang on. Let's go to bathroom stuff and see, like, if we were to, say, put a tub up here. Yeah, that basically takes up the entire thing. Though we could make that work if that was against that wall. Doors over here. Then where's sink? Hang on, we'll just plop this here for now. So tub there. Toilet. We'll just grab this one as a placeholder. How do you place that without getting your head bopping against that, though? Maybe on, like, that wall? So then you have doorway, and then sink. I mean, I suppose that works. It's very tight, though. I'm doing pretty good. So it's proven there is enough space. If we can make it make sense is a different question. But yeah, it probably is just easier to do it downstairs. Good, come on. There we go. Alright. So then figuring out layout for stuff in here. We probably do want a bathtub. I was kind of liking that clawfoot one, so maybe that one? Oh, or we could do the cozy one. I think the cozy or rosy probably is a little bit more what we're looking for. That doesn't quite fill that space correctly, though. I'm not a fan of that. What about this one? No, I think it's gonna have the same problem, yeah. What is our answer then? We could just put shower? Like, that's weird, because I want the shower to mostly fill up the space. Surprisingly, that fits. I'm not sure if it fits stylistically, but it does fit. That doesn't feel quite right, though. What else have we got to work with? That almost fits. Wait, does this one fit? No, it is just ever so slightly off. It is literally one thing off. How do we make this work, then? It's just an awkward space. Nope, that's too big. That's too big. Very long. The hot tub fits for some reason. That feels backwards, honestly. Oh, I forgot. That's why I don't have dynamic character on for this one. So, somehow it fits better upstairs than it does in here. Hi, Blazza. How are you? Given that that's the case, we probably do want bathroom upstairs then, just if it fits better. So, other option. I'm trying to see if there was something that we could move to make it fit a little bit better. Actually, wait, hang on. Let's run outside. Go check the back of the house, see if we can't, like, extend it a little bit or something. If we did, it wouldn't make sense to extend it without extending that side, and that'd be a lot of work for just fitting a bathtub. renovation challenges. So the answer then is probably that is only guest bathroom. Which means that we do want up here to have the proper bathroom setup. We'll build that there first. Oop, nope, not there. Let's throw down the tub we want. Probably this one? Oh, that sticks out so far, though. So maybe not that one, then. Half tempted to clean the floor, but I know it's just gonna get covered later. We just need to throw down a tub for now so that we know how much space we actually have to work with. So I guess that one then? That's tricky. Especially since that goes over it, so our wool would be on that side, which I don't really like. Trouble either way, it seems. Let's try again down here, see if we can't figure out something. If we scooted the door over by one, maybe? That put it right against that, which isn't as nice on that. I'm about to move those in a second, they're getting annoying. I do like this tub. It does kind of feel like the right kind of vibe. And that would allow for just a scoot over by one, which isn't terrible in the grand scheme of things. That can be worked with. But let's try and put down the other stuff first before we commit to it. We'll just grab this as sink. And that would put toilet like way down at the end there. That'd feel disconcerting, honestly. Putting toilet there and just feels so far from everything. Ideally, I'd want like this to be the furthest in. That's why I want it like over here. Which I guess kind of works. You have this weird little spot there, but I think we could probably figure out something to do with it. Put storage or something there. And then that could put toilet right there, I guess? Still feels like such a big bathroom, honestly. What if we put sink on that side? Nah. Still feels wonky as heck. What if we ignore that nook? What if we, like, block that off or something? Here, let's grab, like, a big, tall shelf or something so that we can just block it off mentally. Big cabinet. Do we have a bigger cabinet than that? Okay, we're just gonna tuck those there so that's, like, temporary wall. Kind of seeing if this were the space. Could we do something better? I think already that is, like, a whole lot better. If we just turn that into, like, some kind of storage closet, maybe? Then you have sink, tub. Actually, you wouldn't need to move anything. That's halfway decent as a way, I think. So I guess that's our answer, is we're turning that into a closet, keeping tub there, putting sink there. I'm not overly happy with this window here. I think let's go ahead and block this off and fill it in from the other side. And then from there, we can put the window down that we actually want. So now that we've done that, we do need to go grab the actual this thingy. Yep, grab that. Boop. Oh, come on. I had that. There we go. There we go. So got that covered. We are probably going to need this over on this side when we block that off too. So I will just set this somewhere. Surely there's a spot. There we go. Right there. So we'll come back to that one. Hop. Oh, let's grab... how much window do we want in there? I do kind of like the idea of that and that. That doesn't look half bad. And then if we duplicate this, now for anyone feeling shy, they can just cover the window. Though I should probably put that in after I redo the walls. Oh, and I also noticed that is one wider than I would want it to be. Because it has the whole freaking missing the column there. Not so sure about that now. Either way, we know we like this bit, so let's figure out doing this side. Alright. Got that. Now let's go run outside and fix the exterior. There we go. Now we can sell that. And then let's grab a door actually before we do the wall. Because we want a... What kind of door? We could do secret door. Maybe like there? Then you just have secret supply cabinet back there. That actually might work. Let's give that a try. There we go. And then all the way up. It really feels like we're just placing a single brick a layer. And also I'm noticing that the ones that drop in two are the ones that are a singular brick. Not the one that has the gap in it. Which is a silly coincidence. There we go. Alright, yeah, that's not too bad. That gives us some shelves to put stuff onto. So then, do we want... trying to think if we can make it work as is or not. Let's duplicate this surface. Because this should go across the top here and over here. We're gonna scoot that out here for a bit. Oh, we have to actually put it against a wall. There we go. And then if we duplicate this one, should be able to just fill that in, cover the tub. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then, is this correct orientation? Yes, that is. Okay. So that works for that. And then we use these guys here. Nice. And then we need the upper section. Oh, also we need this one. So if we copy that, we should be able to do that. And is that enough? No. Doesn't quite feel like enough. It might be if we just remove that one, but that's still gonna feel off-center then. Other fix we could do is scoot this over by one. And then extend this guy. And then if we use this in the center. Actually, we could use it on all sides, I think. Do that. And then let's grab this style. Actually, maybe that would be better as the wood. Let's move this elsewhere for now. Come on, I saw it fit somewhere. Okay, I don't know why it fits there, but sure. Do we like the wood windowsill? I like the wood windowsill better. Oop, that's the wrong one. So copy that style. There we go. It's wood windowsill. And then that I feel like would be good as the mosaic pattern we've been doing, which just leaves this wall. The next question is for that upper section. Do we like that as the wood, or should that be this kind of plaster thing that we have going on? Maybe a mix. Actually, that's not half bad. If we then do this one. It's like a little supporting post. I am debating whether I want like that. Nah, that doesn't do too well. So I think maybe just that. Let's grab the ceiling. Maybe I want to do a wood outline on the ceiling. That might work. That didn't interrupt anything there? It didn't. Good. Okay. So like if we do... maybe at least around that? Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know if we want that everywhere, though. I think just there might be enough to help ground it. So then we sell these. Still have that wall to do with those. We also need to find a door. Kind of needs a door for this, doesn't it? Oh, we should also copy style from you. Paste. Yeah, there we go. So that now fits better. And then what color do we want for this? I guess let's leave it at that, because that does kind of match our sunsetty vibes that we're going. And then those were yellow center to purple outside. So let's grab yellow. A bit smaller than that. So that's 4 that side, 4 that side, that's even. Get the corners too. That should be about there. Corners in. There we go. And then to up here. I don't know if we even have the room to do full match of it, but we can do quite a bit at least. Just put purple in corners. There we go. So there's our gradient. It's not too bad. Now, if we bring back the sink. Yes, that fits perfectly snugly, right centered on the yellow. So then if I copy that style, can I... Nope, can't paste there. Okay. So I'm just gotta try and make that match then. No, I think it was a little bit lighter than that. So I think that one... Yeah, so that matches. And then for... Alexa, stop. Oh, wait, was I supposed to start at 2 today, or was my calendar wrong? I swear I was supposed to start at 1. No, I... Confused. Either way, I've already started. If you guys get an extra hour, you get an extra hour, I guess. Event details. Don't know. I have confused myself, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be at 1. Yeah, the thing's already gone out, so it's gotta be. Forgetting my own schedule. I'm silly. So that one, handles. I think we'll do bronze, I think is what we've been doing, and posset bronze. But maybe we want a different wood type for that. Something's feeling a little bit odd with it. Not American walnut. Brazilian walnut is almost there. Stained pine in a slightly different color is probably actually what we need. Maybe that? No, it's still too saturated somehow. But that's too desaturated. Oh, wait. Saw it for a second. That one? It's almost greenish, though. Maybe stained chestnut will have better luck. Okay, now I'm just curious, what is the wall? Because surely... Alright, so the stained beach in second to last faded orange 4. So with that, change style. Stained beach is what we're looking for. Stained beach in orange 4? That doesn't even look like the same wood to me. Why doesn't it? No, it is the same wood. Okay. I'm just being silly. So now if I copy from that, can I paste into that? Kind of. It doesn't really copy all of it. Maybe it shouldn't. So what if stained beach for this one? Like, what if we make it match the window border? Which is stained beach and warm yellow 6 under drab. Warm yellow 6, that one. I'm not sure if that's too much. I kind of like it, but it also feels like a big change. Because I feel like if you had built-ins like that, you'd want them to feel more similar, but I don't want them exactly the same. So I'm kind of torn. Though, I guess before we fuss too much with that, let's look for a mirror, because we do still need a mirror in here. Decorations... Would it not be under wall decorations? Ah, it is. Okay. Probably not that one. That's also a picture frame. That's not what I want. I want a mirror. There we go. So I was in the wrong place. Maybe this one? That's pretty cute. Yeah, I think I like that. What about light fixtures in here? Probably some wall lamps. Oh, what was the wall lamp we used out here? Because probably this one? Should we just duplicate this guy? And then put that to either side. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty cute. I don't know if that's going to be enough light for the entire bathroom, but it's cute. Where else could we put light? You could do the silly chandelier above the tub, but that feels too close to that light source. I'd ideally want something over here. Maybe something above... Oh, what if we did... So we have this other picture light thing over here. What if we take this and then put this above the shelves, like it's lighting the shelves? It's not too bad. Feels like it has a purpose at the very least. Door we still need. What door do we want? Probably need standard door. I don't think we have any other interior doors in this place. We just have the exterior ones, which look like that and that, which are two very different doors. We'll probably steal the style from that one over there so that we keep the green as the only front door. Yes, 2 stream days in a row. Every other Saturday I do Scrap Mechanic, and I stream every Sunday. So every other week I will have 2 days in a row where I stream. Probably not a bifold door. Maybe just this one? This door? That should probably open the other way? It's gotta be on the other side, though. Door right. Yeah, that's not too bad. That swings about as it should. And then if we go copy the style from this door, we should be able to just boop. I'm not so sure about that lighter wood door frame on that one. Though if we make it match the stairwell, that might work. I think that would be cute, actually. So we'll stick with that. Now we just need some clutter in here. And these can now... Are we going to use these upstairs is a question. I don't know. I don't know whether we're going to use those upstairs or not. We'll at least scoot them out of the doorway, because I'm getting tired of having to crouch over them. So there. Alright. Oh, we forgot to move back this. So let's put this back. There. There we go. That's coming along pretty well. We did forget to finish the interior in here as well. Okay, I can't tell what's what anymore, so I'm just gonna start selling some of these that I don't think I need. I know we've got a whole bunch out here, too. We can always just block it, essentially. What has happened here? Is that like a shadow, or is that 2 differently colored ones? I can't tell. I should be able to tell if I just copy. Okay, so that one is a different color. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. I think I want this to be same. Yeah, that feels a lot more cohesive. That's better. Alright, did we leave the one over here or did we sell it? Looks like we sold that one already. So that's good. No stray thing hanging around there. So then what we need is this one. So we can finish going around the top of this. And then down here. Think. Then let's yoink this one. Add it along here. Either side. Sell these. And duplicate this one. Sell that. And then we need that surface finish. There we go. And then just this last wall. think. Let's sell this. Not too worried about the ceiling in there. That one shouldn't be too noticeable, but I think that works pretty well for extra little storage room. Now we just need to find storage that'll actually fit in here, which might be the challenge. The storage. Yeah, that bookcase is too wide. That bookcase is too wide as well. That one's not. That one could fit. I don't know if that's the best one, though. We definitely need tall storage specifically, and yep, that's the correct section. I think that's probably way too fancy to be in a kind of like hidden storage room. That's way too futuristic. It's closer, but not quite. Oh, maybe that. Can we fit two? No. If we could fit two, that'd be great, but that doesn't work. We do have, like, the garage storage. That could kind of work. Ooh, maybe that. No. Want something that's, like, thinner. Store rack doesn't help us. That's too wide. That one's pretty close. So that one fits pretty well. And then if we have... let's double check there's not other ones. I don't think that's going to fit two side by side, so that's too narrow. That one is about the same width. It looks like it might be taller, though. Sell that. Try and put this one down. I just like that one less. So I think this one probably was our best bet. Go for that kind of wood. That fits it in quite nicely. And then, is there like a broom or something tall we could put in the side? I mean, I don't think that's quite gonna work. That one's probably a bit too wide base of a broom. Let's try that, maybe? Yeah, there we go. So we fit a little broom in that little side thing, so that now gives reason for why there's a big gap there. This side, could we fit like a wall shelf? Not that one for sure. In style, nope. We'd have to get one that is like extendable, probably. Yeah, like this. This could fit. Let's change the color before we start duplicating it. I think European walnut is working fairly well for that. That works. So now you've got kind of higher, thin shelves on the right and deeper shelves on the left with some drawers, and then a little broom off to the side there. So that works pretty well. I wonder if we want to change the color of the broom so it's a little bit more obvious, though. It is very hidden. Maybe doing... I don't want it too obvious, but I don't want it to blend in quite so much. I think that works well. So then things like clutter objects, where it's bathroom. If we grab toilet paper, They'd probably have like a big backlog of toilet paper here. There we go. So plenty of toilet paper in a very obvious, easy to get place. Well, obvious once you know to look behind the shelf. They probably would have their laundry tucked back here too. Oh, that's a good question though. How are they doing laundry? Appliance. Because I don't think we're gonna be able to fit. We might be able to fit actually a washing machine in here. If we get rid of this, we could probably tuck the washing machine back here. And that'd actually be a really smart place for it, where it's easy to get to, but it's hidden out of the way for customers. Probably that one. Yeah. And then put broom back. And then hamper of some kind. That one's closest, but it's definitely gonna need a bit of a rework. Actually, no. That fits remarkably well. So that's where they stow their laundry. They're gonna need shelves above this now. So let's look for more wall shelves. We could do the same shelf we did before, but that might feel a little bit thin. Actually, with how the wood is on the wall there, that's not too bad. So if we just duplicate this and start piling it up on the back, that should work. And then, do we have laundry detergent? Yes, we do. I kind of like this one. Oh, that's tall. So we'll want to scoot shelves up a bit. These are kind of like the wider, or the taller shelves. There we go, so laundry detergent goes there. What other clutter objects do we have that would make sense? We do need a towel rack and stuff. Oh, maybe this toilet paper holder would be cute. About there? Not sold on that one. We do need something to hold toilet paper, though. Maybe just this one. And then if we grab toilet paper again, we can stick that on the toilet paper holder. Hey! Okay, that's not looking too bad. This probably needs to be scooted a smidge over. There we go. And then I do kind of like the idea of wall hooks. I'm not so sure on those. Oh, a plunger would also be a good idea for them to have. Toilet brush there. And then, can I like copy that and paste? Yeah, that kind of helps hide it. So it's there but hidden. Random cleaning supplies seem like a good thing to have. So if it's just the toilet cleaner, maybe scoot these over a little bit more so they fit two. There we go. And then window cleaner. Maybe there was a sale, they stocked up on a couple. Don't think they need a changing station. Maybe wall hooks is what I want. So if I just search wall hook, what do we find? Vitro. Maybe this one. It feels so small without like anything though. Maybe the wooden ones actually. So if we do that and then copy. Yeah, that adds like a little bit of life to it and gives like someone a place to hang their coat or something while they're going to the bathroom. So that seems like a cute touch. And then what else do we have in here? Go back to bathroom products. Mop bucket, maybe? But do we even have a mop? Mop. Yeah, we do have a mop. So if we do... I'm not a fan of any of those colors. I guess that's closest. So mop bucket stowed there, and then mop. Maybe these go on the other wall then. That can be stowed in the corner. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then what else we got? They probably would want extra towels and stuff. Maybe... None of these are quite right. We'll start with that one and then change pattern. Something that feels kind of patchworky if we can, I think. But I don't think we can. Oh, wait. This one, if we color it right. So we want... Oh, I'm doing the wrong colors there. Kind of a more desaturated yellow. Go into the orange. And then the pink into more of a saturated pink, I think. Does that reasonably well match our thing? It kind of does, though it does feel quite busy as well. And also this is a much smaller towel than I thought it was. But we can always put this towel down just to copy the style from. I think that needs to be a warmer, like, yellow tone though. Yeah, it's not too bad. I wonder if there's better though. It's not many that use that many colors. Except for like that one, which feels more pop art to me than patchwork. Which pop art isn't bad, it's just not what we're going for here.
What else we got? We could steal the pattern from one of the rugs in the other room, but I feel like that's going to have its own issue with it. Maybe that one. How is that even that different? Okay, so it's just less, essentially. Which might work. That just being a bit less would help, I think. I think that is probably our best bet so far. Unless we want to do... Because I think that was one of the ones that we had in the other room. I think we'll go with that, but then maybe increase the saturation on that one? Just a bit? Rich orange? I think that works. So we'll plop that there just to yoink from it later. But we need larger towel first. That still feels like a small towel. That one. Okay. Come on. Let me place on top there. There we go. So then if we do copy that, we just have a whole bunch of towels there. And then maybe we do have some of the other size towels. He tried to make a German Shepherd, or a German Shepsky, from memory. It looks adorable either way. We should put a light in here too. That would be smart. Doing kind of one of the smaller cylinders. Maybe the boob light works in here. Okay, the boob light kind of works in here. Husky and German Shepherd. Ah, that makes sense. There we go. That's probably enough of the towels. But I wonder if we should scoot them one higher. Luckily, once they're stacked, it's pretty easy to move them. There we go. Not too bad. I do like them a little bit higher. I think that helps. Is there anything that they would put on the top shelf that they wouldn't need access to very often? The other thing is... how are they drying their clothes? I think I'd want a garden dryer. So this has to go fit outside somewhere. Probably think like over here. That kind of gives reason for there to be this random path here. Though I think that might be a little bit too intertwined with the trees. But I don't think they'd want it in their actual garden is the other thing. And we'll come back to it when it's actually day out. It's a bit hard to see. Also, wait, was that fireflies out there? Yeah, they have... no, those are butterflies. Still cute. What else? What else do we add in here? Either more cleaning supplies or... Oh, we don't have a soap thingy by the sink yet. But I want a cute one. Let's just search soap. What options are there for soap? Dish soap would be good to put somewhere as well. I think let's do... probably that bottle, and... Could I have one of the air dryer things? Oh, you had one of the air dryers, and you stopped using it after I got infested with ants. Yeah, that's good reason to not use it. Dish soap. Let's get a sponge out here too. There we go. A little bit more clutter. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting rid of it. Back to soap. Maybe soap dish is an option? It's either that or one of these two, I think. I am leaning towards this one. I think that's just cute. I think probably do this toothbrush holder, but keep it underneath the sink, because they don't want other people seeing it too much. Like that. Oh, and then they need toothpaste. Toothpaste. There we go. What else? So they've got toothpaste and stuff. Oh, they probably need something for their hair as well. So hairbrush. Maybe they tuck that down there too. Either that or they'd have like a dressing table upstairs. I think we'll leave that there for now. If we get a dressing table upstairs, we can come back and remove it. Cotton bud box. Soap dish. Oh, maybe a tissue box. A tissue box would probably be smart. That one. Change the exterior. This one would more likely to match the pattern outside, because it could be like a removable box or something. We'll just grab that for now. And then if we copy that one, and paste that. I mean, that ends up as wood. It's not terrible though. Oop, shoot. There we go. Whoops. Okay. That's not what we wanted for that. Change that. Details. This should just be light. You... Okay, you can't... Wait, but you could be patterned. Eh? I am confused. How did we get... Paper? And then paper has pattern? There we go, okay. That's how we get pattern. That one. And then... do the more saturated. Like that. Might not be exactly the same as the ones outside. Like those. But that doesn't look too bad. That kind of matches. I'm not quite sure about its placement. It feels like it's kind of gonna fall over or something. We could put it on like the back of the toilet, but that feels a little odd. Oop, nope, I didn't mean to put the toilet. Maybe just there? That kind of works. And then towel rack, probably. I don't want the future towel rack though. But I think this one's gonna be, that kind of works. If we do that, copy style from there, that gets us the same color. And then if we duplicate one of these, can we put towel on here? No, wrong towel for that, I guess. And then we can copy the style and put... I'm still not sure on that style, though. I think also lifting it higher is going to help it a little bit. That feels cozier. Now for... probably just duplicate this and put this one over here. If we move that one there, that's weird that it just suddenly got light in that corner. Do we have a hanging hand towel? No, that's a just longer towel. Towel. That's kind of more what we want, where it's like smaller. But we can't paste onto that one because it's just not the right one. Guess we're limited on towel options. So I think... yeah, the customization options in this game are really good. I think we need to change the light type on that one, though. This needs to be a warmer... maybe about there? Oh, it's getting confused by the light coming in from here, too, I'm sure. That explains why it's just confused. So I think let's change that light as well. Go a little bit warmer. Dim it a bit. Probably about there. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. We still haven't added anything to that shelf yet. It's a question of what would be kept in that shelf as well. Because that would be... they'd probably want like a couple things of toilet paper. Or would they? Because I feel like you'd want them... you'd want them in some kind of decorative box. Let's see what boxes we have. Do these fit at all? No, not really. These would. Maybe even that one? So when are they gonna make... when are you gonna make where they hide the body of the Karens? That's the garden outside. How else do you think the flowers bloom so well? They just bury the bodies in the garden. Crouch here. Yep, that moves with it properly. Let's change the style, though. Because we want... probably that one, actually. And then... copy style, paste onto that one. Yeah, that's pretty cute. Then if we do... just a series of little clutter boxes. Something to make it feel a little bit more lived in. Oh, maybe the tissue box should go over here. Yeah, that's looking cute. I have no idea why you keep bursting out into hearts. I think you were like the only one I've seen that has that. Okay, that might be a bit too big of one. Maybe some magazines? Let's try scooting that one up a bit. Can I rotate less? There we go. So we can make a semi-disheveled stack of magazines there. Maybe this gets moved there. And then... box. Oh, that is a small size box for that one. I mean, I can take a look. Let me see if there's anything weird with your setup, but I don't see anything. I mean, does that still make you send hearts? Yes, it does. I don't know why. I think I'd have to Google that or something to figure it out. Maybe a jar. Maybe not that jar. There we go, just a smaller jar next to it. Random clutter items. I do want some, maybe shelf decor, some little knickknacks or something. Because it is feeling a little bit too... I don't know what the word is. Not quite homey enough for what this place is. What would be a good one? That's too tiny. That's too tall. Is it too tall without the antlers? It is not too tall without the antlers. We could do that one. Not so sure on it, though. Actually, maybe that. Let's have a couple of deer there. And then I saw a cute little clock that might work too. Okay, we could do a lantern, that might be cute. But I was thinking this clock. We stick. Oh, but that's so small. That's too big. That's too futuristic. Yeah, I think we're gonna be hard pressed to find a good clock for there. What else could we put there? Scroll through hobbies for a second. See if anything catches our eye. Radio, maybe. Both works as emergency thing and also just ambient music in the place, I guess. I think that does work pretty well. I'm not so sure about those jars, I think. Kind of this middle section that just feels a bit odd to me. 'Cause I need something to fill there. I don't think sauna stuff is gonna work too well. What else we got? A rubber ducky might be fun. I'm pretty sure we have one of those somewhere. Actually, no, I know we have some. I have hidden them around a house before. But maybe a rubber duck would be cuter just over here. Yeah, I like the rubber duck next to the tub. Shampoo? Conditioner. Body. Cute little body scrub too. So those aren't too bad. Still that one spot though. Come on, let's reposition these a little bit better than that. Alright, gotta work from back corner out. Put that there. Shampoo. Conditioner. There we go. That feels a little bit like it makes more sense to me for some reason. I think I am. We're almost done with the bathroom. I just need to figure out that little corner, I think. And I suppose some of those shelves can be empty. So it's just figuring out what to put to make this feel cluttered and lived in. And hi, Mush, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I am running out of ideas of what to put on this little bathroom shelf thing, though. Oh, umbrella stand would be smart for by the door, though. Is that even an umbrella stand? That seems small. Let's see. Copy the style. Oh, is YouTube messages messing up? Let's test. Let me refresh that thing so I can actually pull that up. Testing. I see it go through Restream. I don't... Oh, there it is on... Nope, that's not it. So it looks like it's working on Restream, but it's not working on my overlay. Which is weird. Let me double check something. Because maybe it's Streamlabs being silly. YouTube. It is connected to YouTube. Though I did have a kind of pop-up when I opened up OBS saying that Streamlabs didn't quite work properly. So maybe that has something to do with it. But it seems like it's more or less functioning, aside from chat being a little silly. I could remove Restream Bot from the overlay. That seems like such a silly workaround, though. Because it should pick up YouTube as well. I don't know why it's not. Let me just turn off platform YouTube and then turn it back on. And then if I do this again... Let me just put that there. So that has come through Restream side. It's still not coming through on the overlay. Alright, well I guess I'm removing Restream Bot from the block list for now then. At least until Streamlabs decides to fix itself. Very odd. Okay, what was I doing? Yeah, there's always streaming issues of one kind or another. Oh, right, I was trying to grab that so I could paste it onto that. There we go. Now that should match the style. Now can we put an umbrella in it? Guess let's do this one. I saw it go in there for a second. Definitely needs a brighter umbrella, though. If we had that banner, it would be up all the time. There is almost never a time that I don't have some level of technical or English difficulties. Yeah. Very, very common. Not groceries. Is there any... It'd be weird to put most kitchen stuff in here, but maybe something could work. I could kind of see them having like a kitchen timer as like a indicator that they've been soaking too long or something in here. So that seems like it could work. It's silly clutter, but it kind of works. What else could work for any silly clutter or something? I'm gonna need any living aids. Office supplies? I'm not thinking anything. A random sponge? I suppose that could work. Oh, they should have a trash can in here somewhere, though. A random sponge there, and then trash bin of some kind. Maybe this one? Right there, and then copy style from that. Let's change the lid as well, I think. Maybe do bronze lid. There we go. That actually looks quite nice. I think I'm happy with that. I think... the one thing I'm still torn on is the towels. Do we like the design on the towels, or should we change the design on the towels? Because it's ended up a lot more yellow than I feel like it should, if it's supposed to match kind of the same vibes as this wall, which is more pink. Yeah, this is an expensive place. Especially given that it is a, like, pastry shop with a living space above it. Like, that's going to be expensive. Hi, Moon! Thanks for casting cuteness! Maybe we tweak this and just bring some of the yellow down. Because we've got, like, 2 yellow things. What if we switch this one to more of the orange, and then this one to pink? That there's still so much yellow on that, though. Maybe if I switch it to the warm yellow? That feels a little bit better, I think. So if we copy that style, paste on that one, yeah, that feels like it's more in line. And then copy to all of these in here. There we go. I think that works. That's pretty cute. Yes, this was a door the entire time. It's to get to the, like, laundry and supply closet. And then, their dryer is just this thing out here, which I'm still debating if I need to move. It is a very nice secret door. There we go. I think that works. Let's change up the color of the base, though. I think the base needs to be the darker. There we go. So now they've got a place to dry their clothes, and a reason for that path to be there. So I think that's basically bathroom done then. Which means we need to fix the stairs, and then we can go and work on the upstairs living space. So I think first things first. Yeah, that was one of my concerns with it. I was trying to think if there's a better spot for it, but I don't really want to stick it like in the middle of the garden, which is where you wouldn't get leaves on it. Randomness, thank you for the subscribe! Well, I completely forgot about this space over here. But I guess that makes sense. They just have this stuff here. You could try and put thing over there as well, but it doesn't seem like it makes sense. I mean, at least over here, this is like pine, so that they don't shed their leaves as no, they still shed quite a lot, don't they? Thank you for the sub, Tommy. So did that not go through? It's weird. I don't know why the... Oh, maybe you did it before and it just didn't didn't do the chat alert before? I don't know. Because not even Twitch, like their activity feed hasn't even showed it. That's weird. Alright, so bathroom's done. Right, I was doing these things. So we need to change style on that. Stair railing. We need the stained beach in the warm yellow 6. That should do it. The base should be European walnut, I think. Oh! Was that it?
A bit weird indeed.
Oh, yep. Thank you for the resub, Tommy. I've realized that I probably need to put my alerts over stream avatars. I don't know when they got under them. Let me see if I can reorder that. Where is my alerts? Oh, was it grouped in with my chat? That might be why. Though if it's grouped in with my chat, that's gonna be a problem. I'll worry about that later. So then, how do we want to do the kind of wall section of this? This should at the very least match that. You might want to double check that, if it is. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with the stream avatars that we've got this time. They seem to have a lot of customization options. There we go. Got that cleaned. Oh, it might be cute to do these. Oh no, you can only do them as one. Okay. Because it'd be really cute to do like a gradient up the stairs. But it looks like it just allows one. So I think let's plan for same as the wall then. And then if we copy that style, paste it on that one, and then just do a quick clean. There we go. Yeah, gradient would look super nice, but unfortunately that's just not in the cards for this one. So let me give one more try. What if we swapped that one? I definitely don't like it vertical, and that feels too dark, so it has to be same as walls for that, I think. So now we've got stairs. And now we have up here to mess with. Let's also copy from that one to that one. That should help. Oh! Lights out! Why did that not play sound? I might have to update that later. I was supposed to play sound. Actually, I've realized that it hasn't played sound, like, since I've updated my computer, I think. Or, since I completely wiped my computer. Everything has been messing up for, like, months, honestly. I am not surprised that anything is messing up at this point. I had to blow away my computer for crying out loud, like, it's been messing up. Take down that wall. And then we change the style on that. Do we have... Oh, and on that one. Do we have an example of those anywhere? Yes, we do. Okay. So if we copy this style, we should be able to paste it on those. Yeah. That works a lot better. And then just duplicate that one. Place there. And then change style to change size. There we go. Now we've got fence back in place. And then grab this one. We'll have to cover the floor there. And then we also need this wall for the stairs here. We also might want to do it for this. There we go. Random ooh samples. Not quite sure what you're talking about. I assumed that I just made a random noise while working on stuff. I kind of like that. This one, so we'll probably leave that. The pink matches, so we can leave that too. I don't... Oh, we need to patch that hole though. That's definitely going to be a problem. Ah, that means that we're going to have to climb up on the frickin' roof and fix that too. Oh, it did? Nice. And I'm sure you'll remember it eventually. Oh, you mean that ooh? That'd be pretty cute. Okay, why can't I copy... Is that not a wall? Eh? Like, that's gotta be wall there, right? I guess we have to do different color, because it's just not letting us pick that one. That's weird. Alright, we can at least grab that wood. So we can fix that up. Sell that. Do I want to keep the floor up here, actually? Let's sell stuff, and then let's just do a quick clean of everything and see how we feel after it's clean. Because it might be worth just keeping the original. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you've leveled up your cleaning. And the problem is that most people are not at leveled up cleaning. Heck, I'm not even at leveled up cleaning in real life. Alright, it's not terrible, but it does feel like the wrong color. I mean, I know you meant IRL, it's just funnier to act like you could do that IRL if you just level up your cleaning. Yeah, drinking the cleaners is not how you level up your cleaning. That does not work like that. Oh, add a surface finish. Luckily we've got more. Also, laying floors like this would be insane in real life. No, do not drink bleach. Yep, now we are fully out of that. So we can sell that. Oh, I bet tile flooring sucked. Well, luckily I'm not Batman. I don't know if I can stop you still. But I am Emom, so I will nag. You cannot stop that. There we go. That is a reasonable choice. There we go. No, that is not how bleach works. There we go. We got the cut pattern from that. Vroom. Oh, missed one. Alright. And then this one should be the taller ones. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is the good at the start, but it builds up and then you have problems. It's just not fun. That actually works surprisingly well. You wish you had pumpkin pie? I mean, go get pumpkin pie then. It definitely feels a lot cleaner. I do think it works very well as a rustic look. Oh, let's go finish the outside roof thingy. Easiest way up is actually gonna be other door. Because we need to get ladder. Whoops, wrong way around. That'd be a bit hard to go up. Up. There we go, on the roof. And then it's on this side. Yeah, right there. We need to grab this exterior. Oop, dang it. Get up again. There we go. Easy enough. So now sell that. And DJ Storm, thank you for the sub. There we go. Now we can head back upstairs and figure out what we want for that space, as well as probably changing these. Because those feel a little bit too white and clean for the look we're going for. I also don't know what I'm doing with that space yet. I think we thought about reading nook there. That might be cute. Maybe up here is their dressing space. Though, I feel like they'd want clothes next to their dressing space. I don't know. First things first, surface finishes. Doing wallpaper. And then maybe this one. And then we could do faded yellow. No, that's not quite good enough. Maybe even more faded than that. And then that one. There we go. I think that's a bit better. That feels more like it fits in with the cozy atmosphere. Oop, come on, that spot. There we go. Looks like we need it on that spot too, though. Inner ring. There we go. Do we want to do something else on the inner ring? Because that does make it a bit seamless, but that doesn't quite work. I think this one we had... Oh, this one is just inside, or like flipped around. What if we do... Do we not have... Nope, because we always did the darker wood accents. Because I kind of wanted to bring that out. You know, let's try with this one. See what happens. Yeah, that pops way too much. That's too much of a difference. So then maybe... I am alive. I know my internet died last night, but I am still alive. We don't want pine, we want beech, I think. And then we want... I think it was yellow 6? And then no cut pattern. Needs to be rotated. I am happy I'm alive too. There we go, I think that's better. Brings the window a little bit more into focus. I sure hope not. I'm still waiting for that to be sorted out. At this rate, they're just going to be leaving it alone until it ends, like, just 30 days later or whatever. Alright, oh, another thing that might be good is if we grab these baseboards that we used downstairs and put them up here. Change size. Yeah, that helps define it a little bit better too. Yeah, that is true. Having real-life experience with stuff that kind of results in funny things like that. And then duplicate this one. I'm not sure I agree. I think the issue is more with how the copyright system is set up than with the people who actually copyright, because creatives should be able to protect their work. Like, that is something that I agree with. But I think if it is a cover, it shouldn't be possible to copyright the melody of that then, because you inherently don't own the melody. But there's nothing in the system that is stopping that. It just auto-checks stuff. So it's just a mess, is all it really is. Oh, I shouldn't have sold that wood, because I realized that I probably need it over here, don't I? Yeah, there's weird wood. Go back to wood panels. It was the custom beech ones. Should be able to just... Nope. Okay, that's good. Yeah, there's so much that's, like, it needs to be judged on intent and execution, but it just... there is no accurate way to police that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot better that could be done. But there is also a reason why what we have exists. And until you can find a better way to do what we have and actually convince people to change it, it's not gonna. And unfortunately the people that you have to convince to change are the frickin' policies and politicians and bureaucracies and stuff, and that's just, they don't like change. Oh, are you tall, Turtle? Because I think that space definitely, if you're tall, you would never use. But like, it's not too... You don't have to duck too much there. It is fairly reasonable in most of the areas, at least. Bed. We should get a bed. Wardrobe. Where does bed fit into that? I searched bed. I am confused. For a second I thought we had a Murphy bed. Oh, wait, no, that's a wardrobe. Is it just because it's in the bedroom? Why are we getting wardrobes? Now we need something with a lower headboard than that. That's not too bad. That's pretty cute. Though that feels like so much energy. Like it is not feng shui because your feet are pointed directly at flow of energy. What if we do this cozy? Okay, that's cute. But good luck fitting past that. But I think that actually is probably like the best place in here, because that leaves all the energy on this side of the room. And then we could fit some kind of cozy nook or storage back there that you don't need to get to very often, so you're not as fussed about squeezing past it all the time. What about... Oh, I didn't mean to sleep. Well, now it's nighttime. Alright, let's sleep again, so it's day. Yeah, close enough today. Duvet. We want something cute. Ideally something that kind of feels patchworky. But I don't really want to do the same ones that we did on the towels downstairs. That feels a bit silly. Yeah, you gotta test the beds. Heck, even if I was doing like actual interior design, I'd probably lay down my client's bed just to make sure that it didn't feel weird. The cloud one? There's a couple cloud ones. This one? Problem is that looks so much just like stains on that. Maybe that one? Maybe we go grandma quilt style? And then pillows, can do something like that. Mattress. That's not too bad. Wondering if we have like a throw blanket. No. It would be nice to be able to like toss a blanket over the foot of the bed or something. I mean, it is fun. It is a lot of technical difficulties and work to get stuff set up, but if you want to give it a try, there's like a whole bunch of free stuff that you can get to just try it out and see if you actually like doing it. Basically, I essentially don't play games off stream at this point. Anytime I'm off stream, I'm usually working on something. And it's... Right now, it's kind of bouncing between the Haywen Conlang or modeling stuff. Or, actually, there is one technical game that I will play off stream, and that's VR chat. But that's normally because I'm either, like, meeting up with people, and that's a really good way of kind of feeling more like you're actually seeing them, or getting posts for social media, or just playing Beat Saber in VR chat, because that's exercise. Yeah. That is a good way to start, is just, if you're gaming, why not stream it? What do we want in that back corner? Probably some kind of low storage. Medium storage might be a good place to start looking. Crescent? That's a bit too low. I need something bigger than that. That kind of works. Though, what if we did a tall wardrobe on the side, too? Need one that's not quite so wide. No. That blocks that path entirely and feels weird. I guess I'm just not gonna have tall wardrobe storage anywhere in here. And not much. We're just working on this pastry shop slash house. We've gotten the entire first floor done, which is very nice. How do we want to do this? So I would want a wardrobe somewhere if I could fit it, but there's no real good place for a wardrobe in here. This is such a weird place to furnish with the layout, but I know it's going to come out good once we get it done. Oh, we also need to paint this area, so I guess let's do that first. Since it's always harder to do finishes afterwards. Probably the one that we're gonna do is start with copying this style here. And then just change the color to a faded pink. That should do it. We like the pink. Oh, that needs to be a brighter, warmer pink, though. Maybe that? Okay, yeah, I think that's closer. Yeah, that just feels like a cleaned up version of what we got. I can go with that. There we go. Those little pieces are what make me hesitate to try and do a... Oh, dang it. Do a house from scratch. I suppose with enough practice I'll know when to pull them out and stuff, so it probably wouldn't be too bad. But it's still enough of like a... You wouldn't know until you've had practice with it that I kind of hesitate. There we go. And then hop. Just that little leg up to get those upper sections. There we go. So that should be that done. Now we just need to grab this one to fix what we accidentally did over. Nope. I always have trouble placing those. Why do I have so much trouble placing those? Place. There we go. There we go. All good. Why are the dogs stuck dancing? Do I need to like relog the stream avatars? There. Let's maybe try that. No, they still dance. Oh no, some of them stopped dancing. Once they landed, they stopped dancing. Now it's just Johnny and Eternal and Botrix over here. I don't know why they dance in the air too. Alright, I'll leave 2 of them dancing. Why not? I wonder if we need to up the saturation on the bed, if that's how saturated that is. Let's try upping the saturation. So change style. Pillows. Just go... I will not be doing that because I did not make these in the first place. Yeah, I think bringing the saturation up did help a lot on that. Oh, I need to change the mattress color again. Like that one? Yeah, that's... no. Not that one. No, that's too saturated. I don't like the idea of sleeping on brown, though. There we go. We'll make it match the pillows. That works. Alright. So now how to fill in that corner. That is the challenge. Shoe bench? Might be a weird choice, but might work. So you've got a place to sit and put on shoes and whatnot, so that could work. Though if that's... no, because that shouldn't be a dressing area, because that's, like, you have to jump over the bed to get there. That should be more, like, long-term storage stuff. Stuff that they don't really need to get to very often. Where they still want access to it, but not super frequently. It'd be cool to put stuff like that here, but there's just not enough headroom. I don't know. I'm getting lost on this one. I could just come back to that section and work somewhere else first. I don't know about a combustible lemon shelf. How about we do this section first? Turn it into a cozy little reading nook or something. I know we had like a cushion or something. What was it called? So no seat. Hello? There we go. And then we can change color of this. Probably like that. We could completely pad it. If we do change size and then just drag. Well, almost completely padded. There's like a little bit there that seems like it just doesn't quite do the thing, but I think that should be fine. The pink makes it feel slightly off in that area specifically. So maybe more of a yellow then? It's probably a bit too saturated. Like that? Though with that much padding, I'm not actually sure what that place is supposed to be, other than, like, maybe that's their bed? Maybe we get rid of this and that's their bed instead? Seems like a very weird choice of bed, but maybe this person's really a furry and loves it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do we turn that into bed and just get rid of this one entirely? Because that would be a funny way of doing it. Why is that weird? I mean, most of the time, not actually that weird. But if you get rid of a, like, perfectly good bed and make this the, like, your main bed, that does feel a little silly to me. Like, you've gone for full den, screw the cleaning of, like, getting the sheets off easy and stuff. You've gone the most unconventional route. I mean, it is for some people. I will hydrate. I mean, personally, yes, it seems super comfy. It seems great. But I don't know if I'd want to clean that. Alright, thank you for the hydrate drab. Let me mark that off. I mean, true, if you were just sleeping on thick blankets, maybe it would be good. So the problem is these pillows stand so upright. I want ones that are, like, flatter. I could use these. Those might work. What if we do, like, thick wall ones too? Problem is also getting up there. It doesn't seem to want to let me up on top of that. It's making it a little bit difficult to actually get anything in the far end there. Hi, Squee! I can try padded wall all the way around. Let me try first shrinking this so I can actually reach the end there. There we go. Okay. So now I can get on the bed. It goes pretty good. We are working on the upstairs. We got the downstairs done. Oop. No, wrong thing. Change size. There we go. So then we can do change the color now. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, let's be honest. I think that's kind of what they're going for, though. You've been playing Portal? Nice. Portal is fun. I know, I am looking forward to doing the co-op sections of it. Is there a such thing as too silly? Ah, you got mad at it? It can be a bit fussy in places. Let's duplicate that one, put on the other wall. Now, regardless of which way you roll. Oh, you got to potato GLaDOS? Very nice. Yes, you should have, Tommy. Majima is very fun to say. What is going on with this? Why can't I get on the bed anymore? Okay, there we go. No, do not make baked potato GLaDOS. Jamatava will be your go-to. Fair enough. That is the one that you suggested for that, so it makes sense. Do we want another pillow up here? Fill that space. Oh, what if we make it a bit shorter? Can we make it a bit shorter? Change size. We can. Okay. So like that. And then duplicate that. Oh, Rusk turret sounds adorable. Turrets are already adorable. I actually kind of like the pop of teal there. I was going to change the color of those, but that surprisingly works. And then maybe have, like, you know they have just piled up all the pillows they can find. Do not eat the pillow. Let's do... that's not the one I wanted. Does the command thing allow us to make channel point ones? That depends. Usually the answer is no, but if there is something that I can do, I may go for it, but that is specifically designed for the chatbot ones, not the point redeem ones. So it's kind of a case by case on that one. The drawn cloud? Let me go look at the drawn cloud one again. Which one was the drawn cloud? This one? That's pretty cute. So then what if we copy that cell, paste on that one too, shove that a bit more there, and then is there like a big plush something we can get? Plushy bear, plushy tiger. It's not as big as I want. Can you turn the lobster blue? I could try. That one I would recommend holding off on, Eternal. Given that I still haven't remade the lobsters yet either. There we go. You guys got your lobsters. Of course you want to eat the lobster. Pink with paler pink. That's not bad. Oh, what if we grab a rug? A carpet then? Can we put a carpet on this? Dang it, we can't put a carpet on this. If we could put a carpet on this, that would be a really good way of, like, faking a blanket. But no carpet placement on that. I'm trying to think if there's another way we could do that. We should probably grab... Scoot these guys to the side for now. Something that feels more like actual sleeping pillows. Hi Loki, how you? What do we want to do for the pattern on these? Or do these ones not have a pattern? Let's try the not patterned on these. Let's do like a pink, and maybe this one is more yellow. Not quite sure on that pink one. Guess how you doing, Loki? Yeah, I think that's the better pink. Weirdly, those feel like kickboards. Like they feel like the kickboards you use at the swimming pool. So I don't think those quite work. Maybe we change them to fuzzy feeling and then go for like a pale blue on that one, and then this one could be fuzzy and be like that. There, they at least don't feel like kickboards anymore. You're making the lobster STL now? I mean, if you put them in showcase, I might be able to see if I can turn them into props, and then we'll have actual 3D lobsters. We'll see. I make no promises on whether I could actually accomplish that or not. There we go. And then maybe duplicate that one. There. I mean, I think everyone's gotten kicked or hit in the face with kickboard at least once if they've used them before. Oh, random books on the bed would be smart. Do we want, like, notebook where they're doodling ideas, or do we want, like, storybook? They could also just have a cookbook. Because they clearly like pastries. So that might be cute. Let's do... Yeah, let's do, they have the cookbook and they have a notebook for pastry designs. And then, do we have pencils? Yeah, get some colored pencils. That are just scattered here. Change the color on these. There we go. So that is definitely a cozy nook. Oh, they would definitely need a light of some kind in there though. So probably wall lamp. Question is, are we going like exposed light like that? Or do we want something that's more like a cute, maybe something like this one? I kind of like the exposed bulb. So I guess we'll go with that. And then... Is there anything else I need in here? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, bottle. Maybe I'm looking at the travel one? Travel... This one! Travel mug! Something this vibe, but different colors. Orange top, and then orange and kind of more saturated yellow there. No, it should be more pink. Still not liking that top. Do you want to summon... What? Why are you guys wanting to summon food? Are you guys that hungry? There we go. So there's their emotional support water bottle. And I feel like they would also bring snacks up here. But they try and be good and keep them off the bed, but they'd be like too lazy to go downstairs, so they'd have like a pile of snacks here where they could just lean over and not get crumbs on the bed by just eating off the side. So maybe a plate and put some cookies on it. It's not quite the right color. Change style, change that to bronze, change this one to a more saturated kind of pink, I think? Not that pink. We need a more orangish. There we go. And then... Oh, back to store. Cookie. It's a shame you can't stack cookies on top of each other. I think we'll do like 3 cookies and then maybe a cupcake. Come on, I know there are cupcakes. Where is it? Oh, it's called a muffin for some reason. Maybe not that one. That one? Slice of pie? We do have a pie slice. I feel like pie slice is going a bit too far, though. They'd want, like, finger foods. Maybe... We do also have, like, these biscuits. Or just little candies. Chips? Do we have a good option for chips? Because I do think they might want a bit of salty, even though they really love sweet. Oh, there's a package of potato chips. Or we could have them bring up the Halloween candy up here. Actually, maybe that one's the good one. Because that kind of looks like it's got the mix of candy, cookies, kinds of silliness. So here, we'll get a bag of crisps that they've got there. Let's set this to the side, because I'm not sure if I want to give up on that yet. But we do also have, like, Halloween candy bowls. Or, actually, hang on, that seems much more the style of, they've got an entire bucket of sweets up here. Because this is all the stuff that's, like, you're not going to spill a gummy type thing. Like, that's fine to lay down and eat. Yeah, so a bucket with a bag of chips for if they really want something salty. We have chosen a very specific vibe of person. I am here for it, though. I love this. And then also, what if we put the carpet on this side? And then do change. And then fringe can be... Well, they wouldn't want... They wouldn't want to put their, like, knees on the wood floor and stuff, so fuzzy carpet into bed seems like a really good option. That actually makes it really welcoming, too. I really like that. Can I make that a little bit? Yeah, a little bit wider that way, and probably a little bit that way. There we go. That is peak cozy. Alright, so that means they don't need this bed, because that is their bed. Now, what do they do with all of this space, now that that's their bedroom? I think we should also probably get... Hang on, can I... Does this blanket go up? Eee! Okay, so we can put a blanket on here. And it is, like, nearly perfect size, but we need to move stuff before we can put it up there. So we're gonna have to shuffle some things around. Oh shoot, where'd that go? Alright, that'll get put back in place in a little bit. Yeah! No, don't lift that. Get books and stuff off. Stack pillows to the side here for now. Can you roast me? You can try. Office supplies in the empty corner? That might work. Or a trash can. Trash can would make sense too. Oh, come on. Does that not fit there? Maybe I've still got too many pillows around it. I hope we can put these pillows back. Are you on Discord stream? No, I am not. I am not in a VC, no. Oh, I saw it for a second. I saw it go green. Oh! Yee. So let's... Come on. Here we go. Scoot that there. Now we should be able to fit this. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to pull someone into voice chat on stream before I know them very well. Let's see, what blanket do we want? Something that just feels blanket. Also, can we change this to fuzzy material? Yes, they can have fuzzy blanket. Drawn cloud or stars? Let me try both of those. Drawn cloud looks a little bit weird because it's sideways. Stars? That star's not too bad, but it's not great either. I think because it's so big it feels a little weird. No. I want this one, maybe. We change... Oh, there's a moon one? Hang on, let me... Slap those there. Where was that moon one? Yeah, I hope your computer isn't dying. This one? Yeah. I don't think the moon one's quite there. It's too dainty. We could do the cat design again, but it feels weird having it be sideways. I don't want it to be like long ways, but everything's sideways. It would be nice if you could just tell it to rotate like 90 degrees. But I understand why they don't have that. Ooh, maybe that star, actually. I kind of like that, but also it feels weird to do blue there. Maybe lavender with, like, orange stars? Or, white stars, maybe? Ooh, I think changing the material might also help. I think we either want poplin or suede. I think poplin. Because that feels fuzzy without it feeling too crazy. I'm still not sold on that purple, though. Maybe cyan? try putting pillows back. Oh, right, that one was there. This one is supposed to go right there. What am I stuck on? Pile up stuff. I might need to unstuck. I am unable to move at all, it looks like. We're just gonna send those as far as I can reach, and then we'll come back and shuffle things around. You know, maybe that's not the issue. I think my keyboard broke again. Cause I can't pull up the menu either. So I don't think I'm stuck, I think it's my keyboard broke. Luckily this should, yeah, there, it starts blinking, so that means that I need to just unplug and replug it in, and then it should be fine. I don't know why this keyboard has been doing this for a while, but it's fine. Hang on, let me shuffle things around. Come on, where is it? There we go, disconnect and reconnect. That should... There we go, now I can move again. Okay. Luckily, very quick fix. It's just annoying that I have to shuffle around my computer like that. So put that there. That there. And then I think we'll do yellow over there. And then scoot that one up there. Tiger plush can go up there. Maybe like that. Hi Nex, how are you? So much clutter in here, I love it. Alright. So let's try and put this back too. Alright. Are we happy with that nook? Now that we've got a blanket in there? Did I get all the pillows organized nicely? I know we mentioned doing office supplies in this corner. Other option is we get a spare blanket and stick it there for when it gets cold. Actually, what if we do both? What if we do that there and then we get a shelf that we can hang up? Do we have any cute ones? It'd be really cute to put a cute shelf there. Shelf, that one would work, but it's very industrial looking. Oh, if only that was smaller. That would be, like, ideal. Maybe that one then? That one seems like it fits nicely in that spot. We can even change the size a little bit more. Get it to fit exactly. Not all shelves are resizable. only the ones with this little arrow set next to them are resizable. Which is not that many, and not all of them are super cute. But I think that one works. I think if we do change that to the walnut. No, let's do painted wood and have it be like pink. That's cute. I wish. This one, I think let's just change the colors. Let's do, maybe this one's more purpley. Maybe not purple. We could try yellow? Maybe yellow would be a good one. Thinking actually maybe let's go faded on that one and then cyan? Yeah, I think that. I think I like that better because that brings the kind of cyan colors a bit more out. So then, do we like the pink shelf or should I go for more of like matching the mattress color or something? I don't think extremely vibrant orange. I think that might be a bit much. There we go. There's with the other one. I think I like the lighter color. We can bring in more of a pop of color with something on top. If we do accessories, office supplies. Maybe we have maybe not that kitty. Where's the other kitty one? Random whoopee cushion? Nah. There we go. Kitty thing there. Oh, they're gonna need a trash bin in here too, aren't they? At this rate. Desk organizer's not really a good thing for this. All the office supplies are so studious. The weird piss filter? I'm confused. Toys. Googly eyes. Another plushy doll. What else? Actually, maybe they have a couple more books. Greenish off yellow? I don't know. Headphones would be cute here, yeah. Did they have pencil sharpeners? I don't remember seeing pencil sharpeners. Let me finish putting books down first. There we go. So office supplies. I don't see a pencil sharpener. I don't really see even tape. Yeah, no pencil sharpeners, no tape. Headphones I can grab though. Those should be under that here? Yep. Do we have which headphones? I think these are marginally better. I'd want them in like pink though. So maybe if we do that and then do change base color to the pink. They'd probably keep them maybe hung up at the back here? Nah, maybe over by the shelf. And then maybe they have silly alarm clock. Outlet in the corner. This one, I guess. Or should that be, like, inside the shelf? I think inside the shelf works better. Anything else? Fidget spinner. The blue one. There we go. I get the feeling this person might be autistic. Just, I have a feeling. What about on the padded space so you can be on your phone while it charges? That'd be smart. And a turtle that was more me calling out myself, because this is also like an ideal place for me. Like if I didn't have to worry about cleaning it, this would be ideal. I would love this. It's so cozy. Hang on. Don't we also have games? Yeah, let's do this one. That can be kept over here on top of the books. So given that that's their bedroom now, and they have all of this space up here, how do we transition that level of energy back into the rest of the space? It's so cozy. I love that corner. I am half tempted to make this our office now. But I don't think our office makes sense as a pastry shop. I definitely would not own a frickin' pastry shop. Do we want to do the dressing area or like the makeup area up here next, or or would that be an art space? Would they have like painting set up there? I mean, yes, they do live in that corner, but they should have some stuff that drags them out. I know they've got to have dressing room of some kind, and they've got to have actually, I don't know what else. Everything else is kind of negotiable. They just need a place for their clothes. I mean, if we do, easel. Like, that fits. Then if you have actual table with paint there, that should cover it, more or less. Then you're just painting the scenery or something. Their kitchen's downstairs, though. Because their kitchen is literally the same kitchen they use for their bakery. For all the pastry stuff. But they don't have a microwave. They probably need a microwave, don't they? Can I, like, hide a microwave? Nah, it's not deep enough. They could do with 2 microwaves. But I feel like they'd have at least one down here. Maybe just in this corner. But I feel like that's taking prime... Yeah, that's prime space. You wouldn't want to use that for that. Maybe I could fit it above this coffee thing? And we could move the coffee stuff below it? Would that even fit in that spot? It might. That would definitely fit. So we'll move all the coffee. Feels so weird to be standing on the counter like this. Though it really shouldn't. I'm a cat. This should be just a normal Tuesday for me. Though it is a Sunday, so that might be weird. Alright. So there could be where they fit the, microwave. Oh, that might be an issue. Just not being able to open it. There we go. Okay. So that can... What is this microwave doing? There we go. Now that's a fully openable microwave. You can't close it, but you could open it. I don't know what's going on with this at this point. Outlet for mixes and stuff. That would be smart. Let me first try and... maybe we move the mugs and we just move it more central? Nope, it gets stuck on the thing it's on, apparently. What if we do... move all of these off? Oop. And then if we get a deep shelf, maybe we could put something there? Or, can we mount a microwave? No? No wall-hanging microwaves here? shelf. Grab that shelf. Can I put that on shelf? I can. Hey! Microwave works now. Okay. So that's workaround. That's how we get hanging. And then if we copy that, we should be able to get it back in style. That works. Can we... Does it work on that side? That it does. Okay. So that should let us put mugs back up here. Can I scoot this one off to the side here? There we go. That looks better. And then maybe we just have the second one down here. So then... I think the cabinets get confused. Here, we'll put these up here. There we go. So now they've got spare coffee up there. I'm just gonna ignore that, I think. Let's go grab the same outlet we used upstairs so that the outlets are consistent across the house. There we go. So we'd probably want one... There. There. And then probably have one somewhere back here. Because surely, like, customers would want to charge their phone or something. There we go. So tuck one there. But that feels too high, though. There we go. So outlet there. Maybe one back behind this piano. And then one kind of central behind this table. I has the brain cell, yes. I feel like one back here, too. Maybe even one here? That one feels like it should go a little lower. E. Alright. So we've got the outlets down. We've got the little cozy nook. We now don't have a place that we can sleep and get through the night, but why would I loan you the brain cell? I need this. It's so cozy. I love this place. I don't need it 24/7, but Squeeze steals it half the time. No, $2.99 is not enough to buy the brain cell. Freaking hell. What am I doing now? Still need to figure out wardrobe and stuff. Oh, though it is the time to end the stream. So I think this might be where we wrap up since we've got Nook done and bathroom done. Next time we'll probably try and get this upstairs space done and hopefully get it sorted out. But I am extremely happy with how this place is. It is absolutely adorable. The stream did go fast. I definitely had a blast today. I'm starting to get a bit curious for what kind of place we're doing next time. Because we've done the kind of green cabin in the woods. We've done the black and white tech bro house. And then now we've gotten the autistic person's pastry shop, or live-in pastry shop. So it's kind of a silly one, but I really love this one. It is adorable. What are my plans after stream? I'm probably going to be working on thumbnails and like scheduling stuff for next week. Oh, Neon Gamer Party House. That might be an interesting one. We'll have to see if we can find a good house for that after we complete this one and sell it. Because that'd definitely be a pretty good one. Oh, or if we have enough, we can get a house that would be a better office for us and make our office. Because that would be pretty fun to make too. Because I am starting to get jelly of the houses I'm selling, honestly. Our house is pretty good. It's not terrible. But there's a lot about it that just doesn't make sense anymore. And just doesn't, it's not quite what I want. I want the well thought out stuff that we've got going on in places like this now. That does mean that it is going to take us multiple streams to get to that point. We'll see though. We'll see what we can figure out. So for now, I'm gonna kind of swap to that. And oh, I just noticed that my dynamic background was off the entire time. Oh well, that's fine. If I swap to intermission and then character on, there we go. Weirdly enough, I think you think I've sold this game. Yee, this is a very fun game. I love this game. It's one of the reasons why I keep coming back to it. It is just a kind of sandbox creation thingy for me now, and I love those. Though that reminds me that I should at some point get back to playing Planet Zoo. It has been super long time since I've done that one, and it had similar kind of vibes for me. A pose? Yeah. My arms are just kind of down by my sides right now. Though, who do we want to raid is the question. Yeah. It was well before your PC messed up, because I have not done Planet Zoo since Squee became a common fixture on my streams. I don't think. So it has certainly been a while. How about so many choices. There are so many people playing House Flipper. But I do want to raid someone playing House Flipper if I can. Who is a good one? Main thing is that they've got to be English speaking. Let's check. This person's uptime is 0? Did they literally just get started? Oh, they did! Hang on. How's their mic? Nah. Let's find someone else. You're having technical difficulties? Oh, that sucks. Ooh, I will probably join you then, Tommy. Let me check this person's mic. Yeah, they're not too bad. Alright, we will go raid V-Dries, who's also doing House Flipper 2. And it looks like they're doing it with an entire crew. So hopefully they're having a lot of fun and enjoying the chill vibes. Might not happen today. That's fine. I hope you sort out technical difficulties and don't feel like you have to rush anything. It's more just if you happen to make something and you want me to use it, let me know. I'll see if I can. Because I am more than happy to help showcase your guys' stuff. That's one of the reasons why I use Atami's music a lot and such. So I will see you guys next time. Do it,